I have never done a monthly reset before, and I really hope that I stay consistent with this because I feel like it would be really good for like giving me structure and stuff, but I don't know if I have like the self-discipline to be keeping up with it. But who knows? We'll find out later. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another vlog. Today we're doing a June monthly reset vlog. I feel like being a freelancer, it takes a lot of like self-discipline, and it's really hard for me to give myself a sense of structure. Because, like, when you work for other people, they tell you when you're working, and that's your structure. But when it's just me dilly-dallying, it's a lot harder to, like, keep myself in check. So I'm hoping that if I start doing a monthly reset, that'll kind of help in that department. I broke my monthly reset down into 3 categories, so I have goals, self-care, and tasks. Like I said, this is the first time I'm ever doing this, so these are definitely subject to change, but this is my starting point for now. So I have 8 goals that I would like to hit by the month of July. Goal number 1 is to finish the book that I'm currently reading. This is where I'm currently at in the book, so I'm just a little bit over halfway. And I'm not like in a rush to get through it or anything, but I'm buying books faster than I can read them. So I need to finish that book so I can start another book. Goal number 2 is to journal at least once a week. I have been telling myself that I'm going to journal for probably about a month now, and I keep putting it off and I keep not doing it. So hopefully by like having that written visible goal in front of my face, it will remind me to journal more often. Goal number 3 is to go to the gym at least once a week. I haven't been back to the gym in probably about a month now. I have been so insanely busy with work and travel and blah blah blah. As much as I would like to go, I cannot force the time into my schedule. My schedule is too demanding. I'm hoping June is going to be a little bit slower and a little bit more laid back, because I really do miss being in the gym. I just haven't been able to go. Goal number 4 is to paint once. At least one time. I like to paint, but I'm always not doing it because I'm stuck in that scarcity mindset of like, oh, well, I'm not good at it and I'm not going to make any money off of it, so why should I waste the supplies? Which is an insane thing to think, yet here I am. So I'm really going to be working on breaking myself out of that mindset. And like, kind of fun story, I was planning on doing like a pasta and wine and paint night with my friends, and it just so happens to fall on June 1st. So I'm knocking that one right out of the park immediately. But I need to start allowing myself to create things strictly for the sake of creating and not for anything else. Goal number 5 is to be more consistent with my skincare routine. I'm not very good at that. And I think it's because like it's so difficult for me to sleep at night that when I get sleepy, I'm like, oh, I'm sleepy. I need to sleep right now or else I'm not going to fall asleep later, which is true. But then everything else takes a backseat. Like my dental care, my skincare, my everything else takes a backseat because I'm like, oh my God, I'm sleepy. I need to sleep right now. And I always make the mistake of doing my skincare routine like right before I'm gonna lay down and go to bed. I need to start doing it like 2 to 3 hours before I start thinking about laying down to go to bed. Goal number 6 is to stay ahead of schedule with vlogs. I recently accidentally fell off the face of the earth and didn't post for like 3 weeks. My bad, but I don't want to do that. Like, making vlogs gives me something to do during the week, and by the time I get to post it on Sunday, I get a sense of like accomplishment and I get that little hit of dopamine, and I think that's been really good for me. So I would like to keep doing that on a weekly basis, again, just to give myself some sense of structure. Goal number 7 is to post to my Instagram feed at least once a week. I post to my stories literally all the time, but I am the worst at posting to my feed. Like, if you don't check my stories and you're only looking at my feed, you're gonna think I'm completely inactive. I would like to avoid that because I don't want a potential client coming to my page and being like, damn, she doesn't even post. I think my main issue is I feel like I can only post tattoos to my page, which is insane. Like, I can post finished tattoos, or I can post stencil pictures, or I can post drawings that I've done, or I can post drawings I'm working on. I have like a million different things that I could post. So I really need to get on top of that. And the final goal in the goal section is to pay off my credit card. I don't really like talking about my finances on the internet, so I'll make this brief. The reason that that is a short-term goal and not a long-term goal is because my credit card already has a very low limit, so even if it's maxed out, it's not that much. And I feel like it is realistic for me to be able to pay that off by the end of the month. Okay, so the self-care section. I feel like I'm pretty good about doing self-care on like a regular basis, but I do sometimes go through like seasons or episodes where I don't do as much of it as I feel I should. So this is mostly just going to serve as a reminder of, hey, remember to do self-care. So on my monthly reset days, I want to do a clay mask and a foot mask. I have this really nice clay mask and I really like it, and I don't use it as much as I wish that I would. Plus my skin has just been like acting up. Like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's just not cooperating. And a foot mask because my feet are the driest part of my body. I don't know why. It's been that way since I was an infant, and I would like them to just be like not that way. I also have it written down like take a bath, and not in a way of like you stink, take a bath. This is like a self-care bath. I want bath bombs, bubble bath, a glass of wine, a snack, a show on Netflix, a candle, that kind of bath. I have always said that I don't fit in the bathtub, which is true. I'm too tall, and I have let that stop me from taking a bath for I don't even know how many years. So this year I'm saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm tall, but I'm still gonna sit in the bathtub. I pay for the whole bathtub, I'm gonna use the whole bathtub. And the final thing in the self-care section is to make sure I'm doing at least an hour of reading, which sounds like homework I would have gotten in high school. But again, this is just something that I like to do that I don't carve out the time to do. I love reading all my weird books. I think they're so fascinating and I have such a great time like studying and learning about all of this weird stuff. But I don't set aside enough time to do it. So those are my things on the list that are just for me. Now the task section, that's more for keeping my house in order. So the first thing I have written down is to prep my calendar. If I don't have anything important going on that month, I will straight up just not update the calendar at all. And then next thing I know, it's November and the calendar still says July and I'm like, why am I like this? So I want to reset the calendar, write in all my important dates, do all that stuff. The second thing in the task section is to vacuum all of the carpets. That was just done recently, so I don't have to do that today, but it is something that I want to, like I said, do at least once a month. I mean, more than once a month if I could find the time. If I had a cordless vacuum, I would vacuum a lot more. But whatever. The third thing on the task list is to clean the tile in my bathroom. I am going to update this though, because while I was doing it, I cleaned the mirrors and the countertop and the tile, so I think I'd rather do all of that at the same time. The fourth thing on the task list is to clean the kitchen cabinets. This is more like a preventative thing, like my cabinets don't really get that dirty, but I would like them to stay that way, so this is more of a preventative measure than anything. Plus, I feel like the cleaner my kitchen is, the less likely bugs are going to be attracted to my kitchen. And I would like them to stay out of my house. And the final thing on the task list is to clean the kitchen sink. But I think I'm going to update that to polish the kitchen sink. It's never particularly dirty, but it is a stainless steel sink. So I feel like that should get, cleaned and polished at least once a week. Again, just as a preventative, just to keep it nice. So that is my June monthly reset. Those are my goals and my tasks and things that I would like to keep doing. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember to be kind to yourself today, and I'll see you later. Bye!